guys. Looks like we actually went live a little quicker today. I might have been still on Wi-Fi. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Happy Sunday. We got some rain going on now. 43 degrees, just beautiful out. Turn down the heat a little bit here. So this week did a couple deliveries. Probably cut maybe 2 cord, sold 2 face from the 2/4 green, and a lot of housekeeping, a lot of work on the little shop. I've got I think enough bar and chain oil and a couple gallons of the AMSOIL Dominator for the saw for the mix ratio, right? So I think I should have just about all that covered. Easy now. Then I've got probably 60, 80, 100 and something gallons of diesel and about 30 gallons of gasoline. So I'm hoping I should be just about done with having to buy any more things for the saws. I've got a pile of chains, that type of thing. GP, what's going on, brother? So yeah, I did some research on your full wrap 261 deal, and I didn't get no further than you did. I was able to find one off 362. You know, but you still got to freaking cut and weld and all that stuff. Always time to buy more things. Yeah, well, what I'm doing right now is I'm collecting. I think I bought about everything that I'm going to for right now. Like I said, I do have an 881 coming with a I actually had a firewood customer just picked up a McCullough, and they sent it over to me. And he says he doesn't think it ever been used. It's a what the heck is it, wood beaver or a wood, I don't know what the heck it is, old McCullough, but it's actually the first one. I think the first one I ever used, I got when I was 10, and it was my late grandfather's, and it was a McCullough. And after he passed, I ended up acquiring it, or he gave it to me before he passed, whatever the case may be there. And I ended up selling it in a yard sale for parts for a 4-wheeler, because I used it, but I didn't use it without supervision type of deal. You know, I was young, so so he sent me that picture of that saw, and I was like, holy cow, that brings back memories. So he's got that he's going to be giving me, and then he's got an 881 that he wants me to buy off of him. So all depends on what that is like. I don't need an 881 for nothing. Like I said, the 395s and the 661s are about biggest thing I'd need realistically, but it's freaking cameras. But yeah, Skidder is on the block. I'm looking for that. Upstate New York. How you doing, Buck? So I'll be keeping my eyes out for a Skidder. There is a Timberjack about 30 minutes away that I want to go look at some point, but probably next year. That might be my big thing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Stump base cuts. I've got some 50, 60 inch knotty freaking pines here that are just massive. They're like 5-6 trees grown at the base. And I still get some of them jobs where you almost have to use a freaking what do they call that? The springboards or whatever the heck they are, just to get up. I mean, you can do it with ropes and all that, but when you cut off the 4 or 5 stems, then you got this massive nasty. And I've actually got one right up here. I can show you guys. I'm sure I've showed you guys many times in the past when we were passing it, but it's just like an infused stump of all these trees. And it would be nice to have a big 60-inch bar or something like that to just gnaw on it, you know. No, I just got home from church. That's why I'm all prettied up here. But no, I was thinking GP for my Alaskan mill. You know, I started using the 365 back years ago with the Alaskan mill. And, you know, an 880 would be pretty awesome for that. But I just, you know, it's one of them, I don't really see myself carrying that through the woods. Turn it sideways, split the chain, eh? We'll have to see. Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Like I said, it all depends. I don't need one, but, you know, you can always justify yourself into it. It's like we were talking about before with you, basically owning a series of saw every other, where I've got probably just under 100 saws now, but there's a lot of duplicates, like my 372s. I might have 5, 6 of them, you know, but one of them things. Where are you from? I like American peoples. 41 is fine. Yeah, 41 would definitely not go around. I've had a couple of them where you got to take blocks out in order to get the power head in, but not often. You know, it'd be one of them kind of hanging saws until I needed it, you know, the right situation. But there's always a situation. When you're in our line, at least. I don't really think the average homeowner needs one, but, you know. What the heck else were we talking about? It's so hard to that's what I've heard too. Start it with a smaller saw, and then start biting into it. I watch that a lot with was it Gordy from West Coast Saws. They're always out doing different species, flying to different areas, doing the big trees and whatnot, which I would love to do someday. I would love to go and cut me some West Coast trees. Speaking of which, I should be getting an order from West Coast. I got what did I get? I got a mount kit, a heavier mount kit for the 661, because that thing feels like trash ever since I put that 32-inch bar on it. The mounts are they're wore right out. I got dogs for that. I got dogs for the 550 Mark II. I got another filter for the 500i. And truth be told, I probably would have bought the adapter for the external filter for the 661 if you had one there. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun week. I've already got 2 loads going out tomorrow. I'm hoping to be getting rid of this wood soon. It would be nice to carry some for the winter, but I'd like to just get it all out of here. That way I can kind of straighten up the yard a little bit and figure out what I'm going to do with this area and put all the wood next door for next year. But we're down to about a third of what we had on the left bin. Show you guys that real quick. Over here looks like kind of a mess now, but we're down. I've been taking the pallets and putting them over here where that burning barrel is. Of course, now it's not going to focus, right? There it is. And then there might be 2 cords left behind that conveyor, so it's been good fall. The West Coast dogs I have on 550 bent at the tip. They are so pointy. Yes. Oh, on the 500? Yeah, I've been reading about that. Of course, I cut, primarily I'm in the hardwoods. I'm hoping this winter I'll be getting into the back hill, which that's gonna be hardwood for the processor, and then I'm hopefully gonna be getting some logs out of here again, and that'll keep me going through the winter. But in softwood, it doesn't bother the 500 at all. But the hardwood, when I get dogged in, the only way that saw doesn't chug and stall out is if I don't mess with the rakers. If I've got the rakers down the way they should be, it just binds itself up. So what I've actually done on the 372 is took the tips off just a little bit. I mean, just so it doesn't actually bite in. But if you like putting your saw in the side of a tree or something like that, it's one of them things. I think I'm going to put the Egan dogs on. Yeah, I like the Egans too. It's just, it's one of them things. Once you have them, like that 550 is beautiful. I love that 550 the way it is. And I don't need to dog in, but when you don't have dogs to put the saw down on, it doesn't sit flat. It just, when you don't have them, it's like the half wrap, full wrap. I can cut all day long with a half wrap, no problem at all. But I move around the tree so much. With a full wrap, I can stay in one spot and work the tree, and I'm quicker. I don't know. I'm not a big back bar, so unless I'm taking the wedge out of a tree or something like that, I'll spin the saw around and smack it on the back, which I'm sure some people would not agree with, but my saw, my way, eh? But no, Egan dogs are nice too. Like I said, the only Egan performance part that I have is on the 2511T, which that saw was neutered big time. And then I put that Egan pipe on it, and I had to do some adjusting, obviously. I did some actually I took the adjusters out to get the plastic lockouts or whatever the heck it is out of the carb, and then I was finally able to get that thing adjusted, and it's a completely different saw now. I mean, I bent mine. Oh, I bent the first one I bent was on a 372, and that's on that 371 that I put the motorcycle muffler on. And that muffler, that expansion chamber on it is so big that it rubbed the inside dog, so I had to take an adjustable wrench and just give her a heave ho on the one side to get it to fit. But no, after you take the points off of them West Coast dogs, they do a lot better. They do a lot better, especially when you're doing mixed woods. But yeah, I'm guilty of taking a wedge out or two like that. Ready for it to slow down? Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to it, or I was looking forward to it after I got done with that pine job. Now I've had about 2 weeks to kind of settle down, get the shop built. Like I said, I've been processing a little bit. Actually, I've already got half the pile in the front done. Now I'm ready for the freeze. That way I can get back in the woods and start dropping some trees up top. Like I said, I mean, after I got that check, like I said, that was for the pine. For those of you that weren't here, the pine got me $4,400 for that load of pine that went to the mill that I was working back 3-4 weeks ago, whatever the heck that was. It's been really busy this year, busier than, well, I would imagine. I mean, that's good. That's a good thing for the business, Bubba. You know, word gets around. I'm hoping, for as busy as I've been this year with the firewood, I'm hoping it continues, you know, next year. But that's where I've got to step up my game with the wood and make sure that I have at least double the firewood that I had this year. So we'll see. Now that I've got this this carbide chain, it's a whole game changer. I mean, before, you know, sometimes I was putting 2-3 chains on per deck load of wood. Now I'm blowing through multiple decks of logs. And like I said, man, that what is Owl Creek? I'll have to look them up. I got one bad chain so far for the carbide chain. I think it's Owl Creek, which I've got it on my phone. They're gonna send me another one. I got a bad one a couple weeks ago, and I just put it on yesterday or the day before here, and it kept binding on the saw. Come to find out, one of the carbide inserts came off, broke off, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it was night and day difference. Nice and smooth with a carbide. And then I just tried the chains that I had sharpened with that $50 eBay diamond wheel, and it was smooth as butter. So really happy with that. Glad I didn't spend $120 something on them other wheels. If I get a winner out of the wheel, I'll buy another. I don't know what their longevity is, but it seems like it worked really good. So I definitely approve of the diamond blade and the carbide chains. When you get into dirty wood or stump, or, you know, cutting low stumps, you'd be very impressed with them. Yeah, I'd like to say there's a huge difference. I've used the Tractor Supply. It's like a lime green. I don't know what the heck it's called, Work Pro or whatever, but it's like 60, 70 bucks. My neighbor's got one of them, and that compared to my wife got me one, the 520 something. I think it's like 300-400 bucks. Not too much of a difference. You want an automatic one? Yeah. I was thinking that after I don't use a grinder for my saw chain. I can't get it sharp enough. And I know when I was working at the rental agency, we had one of them automatic jobs, and it was really about the same. You know, it puts a decent grind on them, but I was never able to get what I was looking for. That's why I'm chasing the square grinder. I think there's something to do. I know after using the triangle file, I know it cuts. I know it cuts different, and I like it. But they don't hold an edge, and at least from what I heard, they don't hold an edge as well as a wet round file. So you need to carry a couple of them, but you know, the $1,500 price tag, so it all depends. If you can get your angles decent, you know, and put a decent profile on it with a automatic job, you know, and then that's another $5, $10 chain deal whenever you have a customer. Of course, probably be a pain right in the butt to figure out, unless you just went, you know, a specific chain size or something like that and just kept it somewhat similar. But it's one of them. I was gonna say freaking Amazon. I had an automatic grinder in my cart because I was gonna do a grinding service. I was thinking about it. So yeah, I had an automatic chain grinder in there. I had a sawmill deal. That way you could put the right bend on them and grind, like for Grandpa's sawmill and everybody else's sawmill around here. The only person that he had local that was able to do it ended up getting terminally ill last year, so he really doesn't have too many people that can grind them. So I was thinking if I went and got an automatic chain grinder and then the bandsaw sharpener, and then the tooth pitch, whatever the heck you want to call the thing, do that, I could offer that service out. But it's like, how many different avenues you gonna go? Hands full with everything. It's what I mean. And then if you've got your hands in everything, I don't know how proficient you'll actually be in it. You know, that's kind of like me chasing. If I'm doing tree work, if I'm doing firewood, if I'm logging, if I'm doing all this other stuff, you know, tree work especially, it didn't take me long to get green again in a tree. You know, when I was in a tree 5-6 times a week, I was kind of, you know, swinging from tree to tree, having no problem, this, that, the other thing. But then once I had a month off and I was doing, you know, logging this place or doing firewood for this person and then go back to tree work, it seemed like it never left me, but I wasn't as comfortable again. You know what I mean? I don't like heights. I've never liked heights. Ladders are horrible, but when I'm in a tree with ropes and spurs, and it doesn't bother me. But I think my brain gets the best of me with it. So I don't know. I don't know. Screw a ladder. Well, that's what I mean. You know? You know, I get up in a tree and it doesn't, I don't know. Same thing with a bucket though. I get the same feeling from a bucket as I do a ladder. I don't trust man-made things. Lord put the tree on the ground or in the ground and I'm on the tree, one with the tree. It doesn't seem to bother me, but when I'm in a bucket truck, I don't know. Just different feelings. Ladders and buckets. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of them. I know I could get a lot more work done with a bucket, but especially when you can just go down a tree line. But then again, I only work really with myself. I mean, when I have a pinch or something like that, I'll grab the neighbor or something like that. But I mean, half the time I'm having to get down out of the tree, get it set up, put a rope in it, get into the next one, trim it up, get that one set, put a rope in it, pull it down. That, you know, if I had somebody else there, it would be beneficial too. But we're just on our second year with it. All right, JP, thanks for stopping in, Bubba. Good stream earlier, that's for sure. I came in at an awkward point yesterday, but everything came out good. You too, buddy. Stay safe. I want to get with you. Freaking send me a message with how your brother's doing, bud. I've been wanting to ask you that for the past couple months, but every time I get a hold of you, you know, it's like this, so I don't really want to bring personal stuff like that into the chat, but send me a message on how he's doing, bud. All right, brother, take it easy. Be safe. I'll show you guys. We'll go for a quick walk. I'll show you guys the shed here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able. I'll bring my little Eco Pro, whatever the heck it's called, with me here. That way I got lights. Oh. Velcro, what's going on, brother man? Supposed to have a guy here today picking up a load of wood, but it don't look like he got anything, so she's going good. She's going good. Had my kids out here yesterday. They were learning how to process, and the frickin' thing ran out of gas. I'll show you guys. He did. Old Jason, man, he did quite a bit. Pretty good little jag here. Let me see. Find my key. Oh, rotate device crap. Do not like this lock at all. Let's see. Oh, just hold on, bear with me 1 second here. The heck's the... Okay. Ooh. Get some heat in here. We ain't staying. All right, let me see. On. Boom. Perfect. Keep the wind out for a second. Oh. All right, so we have got all my hydraulic fluid, then the gallons. I've got my 1030, last thing a GTX, then everything's gone to Rotella. Plus 50, I got my antifreeze. All I've got to get now is DOT3 brake fluid. The bar oil for the winter, Tabasco, you know, for when you get a sandwich or something in here. My interceptor, I think I got 2 or 3 more jugs of that at the other shop. AMSOIL, or the Uni filter, I've got to get a couple more of them. WD choke. And then all my filters, my grease, and blah, blah, blah. There's the old Stud Muffin 550. Very, very happy with that little booger. Like I said, I've got the dogs coming for that. I'm thinking about getting a cannon bar for it. Maybe put a 20 on it. But if I do that, I'll have to change it from 325 to something else. This is the chain that I ruined a week or so ago on the processor. You can see all of them are smashed. Don't ask me how, it was still doing something, but. And we got the little filing station. The dulls, obviously, from the processor. But I do have 2 more. These are the carbides. Like I said, nice and, let me see, nice and sharpened. And cuts beautiful. Like I said, with this new wheel from them guys. So we're good. I got a little board in here. Dave Ramsey, keys to business, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to end up having like my services. For instance, the processor, it's got whatever, 78 hours on it, changed oil, blah, blah, blah. This guy's too loud to really run generally, but I haven't needed it since I've got this old kerosene deal. I've got my grease, zerts, electrical fittings, O-ring kits, just about everything else. Extra chains, filing. And this is kind of a hodgepodge crap zone until I figure out the power bank situation for this. Camera stuff, screws, spotlights, hearing protection. I think there's crap on your lens. Oh, it's full. So give me 1 second here. I don't know which camera it is, so I'm just wiping off all of them. They still look like garbage, so let me see if I can't do. I don't know if an alcohol wipe would fix them. It'll either fix them or make them worse, so just bear with me. There. I don't know if that's going to fix it or make it worse. There. That looks better. We got the hat. We got bag of gloves. Hitches, stuff like that. I had some magnetic strips from Harbor Freight that I planned on putting on my toolbox. That way I could put, stiff stick to it. But for the bars and everything else, hey, it's right there. I got to get more ISO 32. I'm going to actually take a picture of that. Trying out galvanized fence wire this year because the other stuff, the mechanics wire just freaking rusted away. I got a cheapy bench vise that I'm going to stick, I think, a little bench or something right here because this wall is just a wall right now. But that's kind of where we're at, for the little saw filing shop. You guys have stickers, anything like that? I've got a couple stickers from different YouTubers over at the logging shows. I plan on doing a little sticker thing there. And then, I don't know if I showed you guys, Hudson Forest Equipment has the log scale deal. So this year, as I'm logging, I'll be able to keep kind of totals on a piece of paper as I finish up for the day or whatever. That way I'll kind of have an idea if John's truck holds 8,000, 7,000, whatever it is, board feet, I'll kind of be able to gauge how many loads I have, because I had no clue when he came to pick up the last load of logs I had. So we're getting there. We're getting there little by little, piecing this place together. I got some new organization bins that Dad was going to throw away. I got them now, so I'm going to be putting all the hard bolts, nuts, washers, everything else that's in these baggies here. Get them somewhat organized. Get all this just nasty crap that you can't really find nothing the way it is. So kind of what's going on. Like I said, trying to get some organization, at least in one part of my life here. With the let me get this back. I'll bring this thing with me. Off. Perfect. So yeah, that's what this deal is about. We'll be back here tomorrow. I'll leave the solar out. So I am looking at potentially getting some solar panels. I do have one. Come on. This lock sucks. Like I said multiple times. Paid a good amount of money for it. I think it was like 28 bucks. But it, I don't like the way it works. All right, where were we? Gas, oil are staying in that box there. We don't have to worry about water getting to it. Yeah, this was the, that was the face cord he was supposed to come and get. He never came and got today, so what the heck else was I gonna do? I gotta put the dump truck battery back in and move that thing. I forgot. I'll remember as soon as I get home. That's usually the way it works. Get home, take your boots off, and say, shoot, now I gotta go back. Yeah, I guess. We gotta wait for hunting season. Once hunting season gets done, which we've got another month of that, so hopefully I can stay busy enough with all that we've got going on right now. And then the logging will start again. Oh, I was testing out, I got 12 of these panels from a neighbor. Well, there's one of my boxes. Apparently opened up. A couple more batteries for the shed. But we tested these panels out yesterday. 75 watt panels, and they're only producing 20. So, we've lost about 2/3 of what they're actually rated for. So, whatever that math is you guys want to do, might not be right about, but that's about it. So, kind of a quick one. Not too much is going on. Like I said, between the hauling wood, processing wood, and getting a little shop together. I'm hoping. I did have a day last week. I actually cut whatever day I was cutting with that 550, and I put a little short out of me cutting with a 550. I think I took about 20, 30 more trees out of here. That's really it. And they're still sitting where they are. They're already limbed up, bucked up, and all that. I've just got to get the tractor to skid them out before winter happens. But realistically, it's just been kind of hurry up and wait on the delivery side. So it's been good in that aspect. I haven't been ran as ragged. You know, I get out here anywhere from 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and just kind of can do some housekeeping type of stuff. So that's been nice. But yeah, pretty much it. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm going to go home, do a little bit of relaxing, getting ready for tomorrow. About it. So God bless y'all. Thank y'all for stopping in, and we'll see you then.